Hey Pisces, welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I'm Amanda. We're going to start off your reading for the rest of July, including the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, with some intense energy. All right. Some interesting things here. There are cards that keep repeating. Don't mind the smoke. It's just a little bit of a burning rosemary and sage. There are cards that keep coming up, and two of them are here. This Architect of Branches has come up in almost every reading I've done, and the Oracle, which is also the card, the High Priestess. But I want to start with the Two of Branches. You know, this is typically a card representing choice. You know, it's like a threshold, a doorway between two wands that you need to choose to walk through. And it's usually like a big life choice, a big choice point in your life. And with the Cancer Capricorn eclipse, this axis that we are working on, this is major choice point moment. And we are at the crux of the year. We're right at the turning point of the year from the Hanged Man into the Empress, half of the year. So here's your choice point. But the image that came to me here is actually that these branches that are growing up through the rib cage here, there's something about the death card that's sticking out in this particular deck. The death card has a bee tattooed on the skull, on the forehead of the skull, and here we have a honeycomb turning into these lungs. Pisces, I'm feeling like these branches are holding you in some sort of like death mode. They are preventing this choice, and these branches feel like old growth, almost like invasive old growth that needs cut back. This needs cut out entirely, like down at the roots, and it's almost like the roots being the honeycomb. I'm almost getting like the roots of this are in another dimension. These readings have been really trippy this go around. The roots of this are almost past life, if you'll go there with me here, which I think you will, Pisces. Okay? The roots of this are in the past, and they're sort of keeping you know, this is a rib cage. This feels like lungs. This is like the breath of life is being, it's like you can't take in a breath in like a productive way because it's just bones. There's actually no lungs in here. There's this old growth where that organ needs to be. And it's like keeping you a shell, which keeps you from making a productive choice. For some reason, like productive is what's coming. And it's like the red tips of these branches. Not sure if you can see that. There's some red tips of these branches that feels like blood to me. Like family ties or bloodlines or inherited thought forms, inherited ways of being, inherited emotional stuff that is very old, again, from like past stuff, past ancient stuff that's just keeping you empty. Not saying that you're empty, but there's like a feeling of emptiness, and it's coming from that. And I think it's up now because it's really time for this to be cut out, for that to end. And we have the Architect of Branches here, who's just the tool you need to do that. the architect of branches. See that the eyes coming out from underneath the darkness here? That feels like that past to me. Here's that past life peering through that past, like, ancestral whatever, peeking through the dark of the past, peeking through that wilderness so that you can kind of see it, kind of get a sense of it, and then like light it on fire. Here we have the branches that are inhabiting your space in a way that is creating emptiness, that is not allowing life. And now here we have you setting fire to those branches, going up in smoke so that you can breathe again, so that you can make the choice to walk through that doorway into a new life. It's almost like that it's the doorway between like the limbo that you've sort of been like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The limbo, you've been like 1 foot still in that past matrix. And it is now time to truly shut the door on that past matrix and step fully into this one. To fully be here now. And we have the Oracle coming out, you know. This is the High Priestess. This card is also feeling like the full moon in Capricorn to me. The lunar eclipse. Because we've got that big old full moon back there. And you can see, again, we have the image of fire. We have this image of burning. And I think also this is an image of you like rising up from those flames of the past. The Oracle is secrets being revealed. It's deep intuitive knowledge. This is the priestess. This is the matrix itself. This is that ancient knowledge, that ancient record. Okay, so talking about the matrix and the record of what has been, that's your ticket to it. This is the keeper of all of that wisdom and knowledge. And my friend, it's you. You have all of that knowledge. You possess all of it inherently. And you have access to it, Pisces, through your dream world. This person, their gaze is soft, almost in like meditation. They are seeing visions and feeling into that intuitive, psychic, visionary space. Okay. Interesting. Let's see if we can get some more details for you here, Pisces. Okay. All right. What else is going on here for Pisces in the rest of July? Another card that just keeps coming out no matter how much I shuffle. Okay, the Navigator. Because it's time, you know, you're navigating by the stars right now. Because we are in a bit, there's a lot of darkness in these cards. Some of these cards in the deck are lighter, but all of these cards that are out for you, you can see, are based in black as the background. So this is a bit of a dark moment, I think. And in your last reading, I think I talked to you about going down into that journey into the underworld. So it honestly looks to me like whoever I'm talking to here in the Pisces collective, you're in it. You did it. You're doing it. Like, so, you know, boom. High five. The priestess, the oracle is taking you on this journey to understand these ancient patterns and this like past connection that's keeping you stuck so that you know what to light fire to. Don't worry, the oracle's not leaving you. You know, you are protected here in this space. You are being taken into this space for a reason. Because it's time, you know, for you to truly be the leader of your life, to be the captain of your ship, to steer the ship where it needs to go. And right now you're navigating by the stars. Trust that. Trust the stars. You can't see the seas around you right now. Trust what you can see, which is just these lights in the sky, the stars in the sky. Look up for guidance. Look in for guidance. Trust that intuitive way of navigating right now. The sun will rise, Pisces. You'll see. You'll see. What else for Pisces? Okay, 8 of Stones. Nice. This is really talking about building something in the 3D. This is talking, oh, look, bottom of the deck, the star, talking about navigating by the stars. Here we have like that big North Star shining that spotlight down, that beacon in the sky for you to navigate. So yeah, this is absolutely a card of like healing. Trust the stars. Trust the unseen, my friend. Okay, that's just emphasizing that. 8 of Stones. This is about really building something practical, building something lasting, building something that is your creation. Honing a craft, becoming an artisan of your own creation. Let's get some more details here. It's the first card we have that feels very much like in the 3D to me, although we're still in the dark, we're still in the stars. See all the stars in the background? We're still in the stars here. But we're working with 3D, you know, stones, earth element. We're working with the earth element here, but we're still in the dark. Actually, what I'm getting with this now is like talking about the unseen hands. Yeah, these are yours. Okay. Talking about the unseen hands, it's almost like these hands are transparent. They're the same color as the sky. They are made of the same stuff as the cosmos. So these are the unseen hands, almost like rising up out of the water. To place that last stone on top of what you're trying to build here. You are being guided, you are being helped. 3 cards came out. The 6 of Knives, the 2 of Stones, and a very Pisces card, the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Vessels. So it's interesting. This whole top row feels super like zoomed out, and now we are really zooming in here into the 3D. So these 3 cards came out together, so they feel like a unit to me. The 6 of Knives, this is going on a journey. This is going from rough waters to calmer waters. This is getting the hell out of Dodge is what this is. With like the sword of truth pointing you in the right direction here. Leaving past BS behind, and it came out right under that card. Leaving the past behind and going to new lands, and the car is facing this because this is like you are building something new. And I don't know if you can see this, it's really subtle, but in the background of this card down at the horizon line, there's actually a little skyline, like a, see that? The outline of a skyline. So this is like really moving towards building something entirely new. It requires that you find balance here. Again, we have guidance with the butterfly. The butterfly is that divine guidance coming in to potentially upset this delicate balance, to show you that the balance is too easily upset. You know, like if the weight of a butterfly is enough to upset the delicate balance of your life, then it's like something is not a firm enough foundation here. You know, we have the flower blooming and the flower dying. See that? And the infinity and the stems of these flowers creating an infinity loop here. So what this is this like balancing act, this juggling act that you're doing, trying to keep balls in the air, trying to keep 2 stones in balance, when the reality is they are just different weights. So you're really trying to do something that isn't quite possible, and you need to let one of them go and just hold one in your hand. pulled 1. It's almost like this is really interesting, because now, you know, we sort of felt like we were going this way, and now in this row we're actually going this way. So I described all of these backwards. Mercury retrograde. Let's rewind. 7 of Vessels first. This is you feeling like you have a ton of options. It's super confusing, and that makes sense coming up under the Navigator. You're trying to navigate by night. You can't quite see everything. It's a time of being in the dark, with just your imagination, just your intuition to help guide you. And it can feel like there's so much going on. Look at all that stuff floating in this person's mind, in this person's field of view. There's like a castle, there's a skeleton, there's a snake, there's flowers, there's all this stuff floating up there, and it's really overwhelming. They don't know where to go, and you know, they have like a pill bottle here, so you might be turning to different ways of coping and numbing to escape all of this confusion. Because it feels scary, but you know what? You don't necessarily need those coping mechanisms to do what you need to do. All right? Put down a burden here. Make a choice. There's 2 2s on the board here. Make a choice. Make a choice. It's like you've got to put the past down. It's almost like the butterfly is like I always feel like butterflies are ancestors. So it's like your butterfly is like an ancestor, a loved one from this past, or a being from this past coming in to upset the delicate balance, to show you what is past and what needs to be let go so you can fully be in the present. And then that is going to usher you into new territory. That's gonna move you where you need to go, into safer waters, point you in the right direction here, which is this, to take your stone that is the present, what you want to build in the present, and that being the final kind of piece of your puzzle of what you want to build, what you want to create here. Okay, Pisces. Very interesting. So this reading really is, you are in the dark right now, my friend, but the only card we have here that's not a black background is the 6 of Swords, because it's the truth finally pointing you in a direction where you can see where you need to go. And it's often a painful card. It's often a card of like, in order to go to a new place, you have to let go of the old. And that can be a really painful process, but you have to truly leave the past in the past. So, and that's a process for everyone. You know, it's not just like one day you turn around and the past is done and you're fully stepping through the portal, the doorway into your new life. Pause for the truck outside. But at the very least, now you can at least see a little more and you know where to go. Even if it is like a whole process of going from one land to another, of stepping through, getting out of the 1 foot in, 1 foot out limbo, and just fully stepping through into the present, into this dimension, into this matrix. What do you want to build here, now, in the time that you have? All right, Pisces, I'm going to take this into an extended, hopefully get some more clarity on what exactly you're leaving behind from the past, what you're moving towards, what you're trying to build here in the now. So if you would like to follow me into that extended video, the link is below to take you over to Patreon and see your options for viewing that extended video. If not, if this is where I leave you, then thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, do click like. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm, which is all changing and really creating a headache for YouTube creators here. So it would help me out a lot if you click that like button. Please do it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, so we can stay connected moving forward into Leo season. And also, you know, if you want to shoot me a little comment or send me an email through my website, please do. I would love to hear from you, hear how this is resonating with you. And again, thanks so much for watching, Pisces. Take care in the rest of July.